After years of being asked for it constantly, we finally caved. Here it is, the obligatory Halloween ghost theme list.
We've got 2 ground rules for this list. 1, they've got to be scary, or 2, just scary awesome.
We want these ghosts to make you go pee-pee in your pants a little bit.
I already did.
Oh. So hey, I'm Stuttering Craig.
And I'm Nervous Nick.
For Screw Attack's Top 10 Ghosts in Video Games.
I dribbled.
It's like asparagus or something.
Number 10.
There's Strong, and then there's Army Strong. And then there's Psychic Ghost Army Strong.
Despite what his name would imply, the Sorrow was always smiling, and was even there to help you out. Even though he did kind of surround you with the spirits of every single creature you've ever killed, and that's kind of a dick move, but I don't really want to think about that. I just kill him and move on. You know, the soldier way. America!
Anybody who's told you modern FPSs don't have an impact on society is clearly wrong.
America!
What's more, he can summon the dead and take their combat abilities for himself, making him a most versatile ally. Chalk the Sorrow up to being both a little bit scary and a little bit scary awesome.
Number 9.
Good old LeChuck. We can always count on this dude to be on most any horror-themed list. He's what we call in the biz, dependable.
In The Secret of Monkey Island, the ghost pirate captain is all about finding booty.
Sex!
And not the kind that you find in a wooden chest.
And by that, Nick means a vagina.
I actually think I mean butt.
All right. If you ever had one of those crazy psycho exes, yours in all likelihood wasn't a smelly, spectral seafarer like LeChuck. So that's good.
Number 8.
This is one where you've got to put yourself into the character's shoes to really understand. Inky, Pinky, Blinky, and Clyde may not be very scary to you, but to Pac-Man, they must be.
You gotta respect the classics here. I mean, think about this. You're in a maze so narrow, it's only one person wide, and the only things you want to avoid are also chasing you and coming to consume your soul.
The classic quartet loses some points because the power pellets turn them into pushovers, but you will be hard-pressed to find gaming ghosts more recognizable than they.
Number 7.
It should be illegal to talk about ghosts in gaming without bringing up Fatal Frame. All right, you got 2 choices, gentle viewer. Having the gates of hell open up to the world, or going through the Crimson Butterfly ritual to stop them from opening. What'd you pick? Well, you're still wrong because essentially you're unleashing hell on the world anyways in the form of Saie Kurosawa.
Saie can kill you with a single touch, and she more or less traps you in All God's Village until you kill your own sister.
Bitch!
She's cruel, she's creepy, and her laugh will haunt you forever.
Number 6.
This is a not-so-subtle hint to Nintendo, but 4-player battle modes in any game are made infinitely better when the losers can still keep playing. Remember the Nintendo 64?
In Bomberman 64, those down and out could still be up and at 'em in ectoplasmic form, like Slimer from Ghostbusters, with bombs.
The bomber's will for vengeance is so strong that instead of passing on, their spirit instantly returns to possess and destroy their murderer.
Number 5.
Anyone who knows me knows that the idea of me and ghosts getting together, that doesn't go very well. So I got this theory. If you're a freak in the real world, chances are you're going to be really jacked up as a ghost. And I want none of that.
Dampé from Ocarina of Time was...
I actually say Dampé.
That's cool because the correct pronunciation is Dampé.
But he's in the rain.
Dampé was really offsetting.
Oh.
7 years into the future, gravedigger Quasimodo becomes a floating phantom buried in his own cemetery. It doesn't even matter that Dampé's a good guy. Would you trust this face if you encountered it in the presence of the dead?
Fuck that, I am out. But I will tell you one thing though. Getting a hook shot from him does sweeten the deal quite a bit. Scary ass bitch.
Number 4.
I love Bobble.
The cutesy characters, the happy music.
I could play this forever.
Oh my god! What is that?
Number 3.
And speaking of terrifying things and otherwise happy places, Pokemon is actually known for having some dark things hidden in plain sight.
Or even worse, in the shadows.
Gengar has always been a heavy hitter when it comes to ghost-type Pokemon, what with its ability to suck the life force out of others and all. But according to various Pokedex entries throughout the years, it seems that it's also capable of hiding in your shadow.
And do you know what the funny thing about shadows is?
What?
You can't not have them.
Oh.
So if you're wandering around the roots of the Pokemon universe, then suddenly the air feels colder, just remember, you're probably not gonna make it.
And now there's a Mega Gengar?
Nope.
Nope.
Nothing. Nothing to do with that.
Not touching this.
Number 2.
Let's be honest here.
Okay.
Not many enemies in the Super Mario games have been as consistently stressful as the Boos. You can't jump on them, you can't fireball them. The only way to kill them is to use a star, which has a short time limit anyway. Plus, they get closer to you when you're not looking.
They're a classic horror trope turned into a classic gaming enemy. And you know what's even ghostier? King Boo! He's not only the commander of most of those little boos you've seen over the years, but he's also done something no other Mario villain has ever done. Kidnapped Mario twice.
Well, I mean, technically, Bowser did pull it off that one time.
That does not count. The game does not count, Nick.
Fair enough.
That's it, the old ghost recap before we hit to number 1. Number 10, The Sorrow.
Number 9, LeChuck.
Number 8, Iggy, Pinky, Blinky, and Clyde.
Number 7, Saie Kurosawa.
Number 6, the Bomberman 64 Ghost.
Number 5, Dampé.
Number 4,
Number 3, Gengar.
Number 2, King Boo.
You'll be okay.
It's number 1.
I can't think of anything more horrifying than a deceased spirit who wants you. Imagine being forced to have intercourse with a murderous specter, impregnating it against your will, and then forever knowing that you are gonna...
why is Sims 3 playing right now?
Yeah, that's weird. Get rid of this. So yeah, anyway, like I was saying, Alma Wade from Fear 2 Project Origin has sex with you.
Best ghost ever! Except for all the legitimately creepy things you've seen her do up to this point. Okay, no, I know that in the script I'm supposed to be like, oh, that's cool, I like sex, blah, 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 but that is not cool. I cannot imagine how terrified I would be if I was ghost raped. That's like if Patrick Swayze walked up behind Demi Moore and instead of helping her with her pottery project, he pushed her over the pottery wheel and went to town on her, ignoring her that muffled cries and tears as they filled the bottom of her shattered base. That is Alma Wade, and fuck that! No! No!
And that's why Alma Wade is number 1.